Hi Scorpio, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of June, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's called Two Sides, One Story, and basically it's a reading that looks upon the aspect of positives and negatives, light and shadow attributes being played out and experienced in one single situation you might have in mind, relationship, concern, anything where you're trying to evaluate kind of the pros and cons to be invested and associated with that same situation. So if you like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Scorpio, I do feel like your energy is a little bit hypersensitive during this time, and you might react a lot in extremes. There's a sense of passive aggressive tone to your reactions, or the tendency to react is either passive aggressive, and there's this kind of constant dance throughout mid June between feeling irritated, feeling this type of restlessness, this annoyance, and at the same time moving into an opposite spectrum where you might feel at peace, not care so much, detached, relaxed. It's like a ping pong is a little bit of an energy like a ping pong swaying between, two sides all the time. I feel like for some of you Scorpios, there's a sense of being annoyed again and frustrated with things that you're struggling to move beyond or move on from. So some of you have, a lot of certainties and decisions made up in the mind, in the mental realm, but emotionally, for some of you really finding it challenging and hard to do the same. So there might be things that you're very, 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 again, decided upon, but something seems to hold you back. An emotional attachment, expectations, longings. There's things that you want to leave behind. I keep getting, but you don't find in you yet. The resource. It's like yes, the resources that you need to do it. And I feel like for some of you it's one step at a time, so there might be things that you need to just allow themselves to unfold naturally without trying to control so much the process. So the challenge is the Eight of Cups, and one of the challenges that I'm sensing here is to emotionally disconnect from something you really want to. For others is also something here about your spiritual journey where you might be resisting the calling. You might be resisting initiating a new path, a vocation where you might be much more, stimulated by some of you. You're resisting a change when it comes to progress in your life, when it comes to progress in things that need a revamp, that need a do-over. And it's like you're very I feel like for some of you Scorpios, like you're very difficult to work with when you are in this energy, meaning that you're so fixed in your positions that even if there's plenty of things in front of you that are much better, you insist on that same very own thing that you refuse to change. So be mindful of extreme inflexibility. Be mindful of extremes on its own during this time, as I said, because you're here to find a more balanced approach, especially to not affect your own sense of peace, your own sense of well-being, as I feel like for some of you, moving into extremes constantly end up affecting you, warning you out, and then making it very hard to access the magician energy, which is your advice, which is to feel empowered, creative, which is to manifest new beginnings, which is to really feel like resourceful. and if is to feel resourceful with the things you have and the things you are, and to feel like there's a vast myriad of possibilities that you can be a part of. So basically, uh there's the limitation you are in energetically, and then there's another possibility that is infinite, that is vast, and that's what you're kind of being pushed to understand, is that things don't have to be limited. Things don't have to be just it. There's a lot that you can explore, and a lot that you can learn, and a lot that you can create and do it, by just being open to experience, to learn, to try. I feel like some of you said like a try again, try again, try again. So there really must be something, uh, either for some Scorpios, either you're experiencing something that feels like something you need to try again, a second chance. So you might not be able to move forward until you do this. So for some of you, you really might need to to insist on something, to try to make something work in a second time, so that you can achieve that peace of mind and progress with your life. For others of you, though, there's some that this is about you keep trying, and not, again, leading you. There's something you keep trying that is not leading you to a very positive outcome. And for some Scorpios, it's the matter of how you're using your energy about this. Strength as your opportunity. So you have, a lot of power and a lot of strength and a lot of courage with you. This is what you can access together and pair with the Magician. This is an incredible strength of mind and muscle. But we want to know when to use one and when to use the other. And I feel like at times, again, with those extremes, you might be trying to make things happen by force, when you should be using the power of mind to a more subtle approach, more rational, detached, cold approach. And then others where maybe you're too passive and you're called to use, again, that that will to kind of put things your way. You have a lot of strength, but it's like, again, an energy that maybe you're not right now receiving with harmony. So you might have moments where it's like you end up having reactions that are part of that adaptation process, while you kind of learn how to use this new gained sense of strength or perspective, where something that is now gained. So it's like through certain decisions or through certain experiences you went through in the past, you're now changed in the aspect that I feel like you're more assured of the things you can do, right? Again, by force and by mind. You know that you can move mountains, and you know that you can turn impossibles into possibles. But I feel like this, but again, it's the matter of how you apply this that might be tricky. And for those of you that feel weak, vulnerable, extremely vulnerable, or feel like you can't get things your way, for those of you that doubt basically your strength, Midjun is important in that regard. Is that there's something that's going to trigger the lion or the lioness, the tiger, I'm sorry, as well, out of you, like that strong feline, I think I'm saying it right, the strong feline vibe, very instinctual, that can even be a predator when it's needed. Now, I feel like there's something you're taking to extremes, though. But the thing that you're taking to extremes is the experience you might need to again open your eyes to the fact that you're You're a physical vessel to um, an incredible strength and power. So there might be something that triggers you the wrong way, but ends up being right when it comes to resolutions that you want to make ahead, knowingly now of what you're really capable of and what you really own when it comes to energy. And you have a very strong grasp during this time, and even charm if you want to, over others. Some of you in particular that might be dealing with Leo energy, or Scorpio souls out there that have strong Leo placements. This might be a significant message for you, but there's something as well about glamour here for some of you Scorpios. So you might be engaging in, events or social situations that have that glam. You might be interested in glamming up, or anything that you consider that in your life is not having that energy. You might also attract an interesting experience where you see yourself again in a world, in a atmosphere that is not your usual, one. And then again, this is the type of environment that triggers, a powerful response for some reason, that then activates a lot of awareness in the magician realm. Is that, again, you don't have to settle for a life that is less than the one you want to live. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.